Hi, this is Larry with Larry's Book Safari. Hey, today I'm answering one of the questions I got from a viewer, and that was, what do I feed my Chinese praying mantises after they're about 50 days old? And that'll be grasshoppers and katydids that I catch in a nearby field. In the beginning, when you first have your praying mantis nymphs, the ones that hatch, those first 10, 20, 30, 40 days, of course, I start off with flightless fruit flies that I purchase off the internet, and then produce my own cultures that keeps the fruit flies coming along, so I get more and more. But after you go through the melanogaster small fruit fly and you move up to the Heidi flightless fruit fly, you need something a little bit bigger. So I use young grasshoppers and katydids. And I'll show you how I catch them here in this field, and come along with me while I do that. Okay, what you need to catch these grasshoppers and katydids is a nice net like this. This is about a $18, $20 net, listed as a butterfly net on the internet, but I just use it to catch my grasshoppers as well. And then something to transfer the grasshoppers into while I'm out at the field. And that could be something as simple as a fast food plastic container you might get from your local fast food place, something like this. And if you remember, I had those foam plugs that were on the vials. Remember those vials way at the beginning? Well, those foam plugs can be reused and put at the top of these plastic containers. So what I'll do is I'll capture my grasshoppers or katydids in here, close up the net with my hand, I'll get down on the ground and I'll just take the cap off this and I'll put it against the net like so, and I'll put it right over the top of the grasshopper, and the grasshopper jumps, and now it's in a container that they generally jump straight up. So if I have it this way, they're jumping and they're hitting the side, and when I'm done loading that up, I'll put a little cap on it. And then I can take it back to my home to feed the praying mantises. So let me show you what I do to catch them grasshoppers with this net. So here I am in my field, and I'll walk along and just sweep the net from side to side to capture my grasshoppers. You can watch this a little bit as we go along. So I've got my group of grasshoppers. I pinched the top. In case I've captured any bees or wasps, I'll just hold it, let the lid open up. And because I don't have any bees or wasps in there, but you can see many grasshoppers. And now I've got to transfer them into my cups so I can get them home. Rather, I could just close up the net like so, but I'll get a few that escape in the trunk, and I'll have a bunch of grasshoppers jumping around in the trunk. So I don't want to do that. So let's open up our net, take our cup, we'll put it right over the top of the grasshopper. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go down to the ground, and that's a little easier to get this done. Here's my container that I haven't plugged yet, but you can see I've got plenty of grasshoppers in there. And I've got a few more in the net that I'll grab. I'll take this home and I'll dump it out into an aquarium that has a lid that has plenty of fresh grass. And I have a supply of grasshoppers for a few days. Alright, so that's how I do it. Sweep my net back and forth, flip it around, that way I've got them in there. Find my workstation where I'm going to transfer them into my cup, and I'm all set to feed some praying mantises that are, say, 50 days old or so. And as the grasshoppers grow larger, I'll have a plentiful supply of grasshoppers to feed my praying mantises. And you could use this field or any other field you find that's got plenty of grasshoppers that's jumping around. All right, well, hey, if you have any other questions, send them in to me on a comment on one of my videos, and I'll be glad to answer your question for you. So thanks for watching Larry with Larry's Bug Safari. Until next time, have a good day. Bye-bye.